Hey, beautiful people. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up today? How y'all doing? I know me like you make them different damn voices. Wait a few minutes before I start talking about what I learned today. What did Just Love learn today about herself? What did she learn? Inquired minds want to know. So I'm just wait a few minutes. Hope y'all had a beautiful day. Or are having a beautiful day. All right. What I learned today. So, shout out to my sis, Tisha, who is an amazing, my God, sister of mine. When I talk about sisterhood, when I talk about I've never had sisterhood, and experiencing sisterhood today was such an amazing experience from genuine women, uplifting women, empowering women, women who have been through just as much as the next person. The experience that Tisha brings. Ooh, y'all, hold on, it's a little bloody. Ew, hold on, y'all. Damn, it's flooding. Okay. Gotta make sure my car get through this thing. All right. She's inspiring. She has great energy. When I met her, it was the same friend that I don't know if some of y'all saw. She got on camera. Passion. Let me see if I got it right. Passion, purpose, power, passion, and purpose. I believe. I might have it mixed up, but I know the first word is passion. And she has a nonprofit organization. She helps women and men who have dealt with abuse or is dealing with abuse, or even if you have been sex trafficked. That's what her organization does. She helps people that have been abused. Shout out to my sister. It was such an uplifting experience today. She, told her testimony, and we did this little box thing, writing things on a piece of paper, putting them in the box. Let's see if I can. Putting them in. Well, all my stuff is right here, but I can't pick all it up. But putting things in a box, analyzing what is the issue and things like that. So I realized as I was sitting there before, we did yoga, so she did like a little triggering for us today so that we can bring that stuff up, which was an amazing exercise. And so I realized that one of my things were bitterness. It was bitterness. And I realized that I excessively cuss because of the bitterness. It's not that the fact that I cuss, but it's the excessiveness of the cussing. And I realized that I'm bitter because, it's like when you in this world, like I say, nobody's perfect, but however, when you in this world, you got people lying on you when you know you was good to people, and you know you showing up in the world as your authentic self, no matter what version of you are, you showing up in the world, right? And you come from a good place in your heart that you're trying to do good, but for people to lie on you, treat you, have people to stalk you and all of that stuff, which I know that's the devil in people, but at the same time it does cause bitterness inside of you sometimes. And I was realizing that the excessive cussing is because I'm bitter, right? Because I'm just like, yeah, life is not fair, but at the same time, it could be fair if people would just focus on themselves and heal themselves. But here I got people, coming up against me because they're not healed, because they feel jealous, because they are haters, because they don't know self-worth. And it's like, now y'all, these people are projecting this onto me instead of realizing that they just need to heal themselves, and so I realized that a lot of my cussing comes from bitterness, my excessive cussing. It's not the fact that I cuss, it's the excessiveness of it. But it was so uplifting and inspiring, and I'm looking at her do her thing, and she was teaching as well, and I'm just like, man, thank you, Lord. Like, just in that moment, just realizing that I am literally attracting good people, finally attracting good people in my life. And just being aware of that and having mindfulness and gratitude to the Most High God in this journey. I never thought I would actually meet good people. Like, I just like, man, I know they out there. I see them on YouTube, but will I ever actually meet good people in person that I actually can be around, feel comfortable around, feel safe? And I finally met some good people. I'm getting a sisterhood, something I've never had. I've never had a sisterhood. I've never had empowering women around me. I've never had women, that's authentic, women that are healing or have healed. And when I say have healed, meaning I'm not saying they never stop healing, right? We never stop healing, but I'm saying heal meaning they understand the healing process. I've never had that. And just to be a part of that.
Take the exit on the right toward Hiram Clark Road, then turn left.
To be a part of that is inspiring. To just to have the awareness of, like, God, is this really my reality? Am I really around finally good people? Like, people who actually can be honest with themselves to say who they was, where they been, what they went through, the pains and the struggles and the traumas that they have had that caused them to be that way, that caused them to fight in all of the things, right? And I'm just sitting there like in a reality check. I'm just like, did I finally arrive to where a point in my life that I've always wanted to be? And that's just to be around good people that want to see me win and I want to see them win. And people who take accountability, people who don't hate, people don't wish nothing bad on you. Am I really in that environment? Lord, is this real? Let me pitch myself to make sure that I'm actually awake. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my sister. I truly am. And just to see her in motion and see her heart, where her heart space is so lovable. Oh my God. I just love giving her her hugs, because the energy that comes out of her is the same love and energy that I got in me. So it's like, without even having to try to pour into her, she's pouring into me and I'm pouring into her without having to even do it. It's so natural. It's so natural, y'all. Hi, how are you doing today, Lakeisha? I'm doing fine, sweetheart. Abram, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to my live. But it was just so inspiring, y'all. So let me tell y'all, when y'all think they don't have people out there that God will send in your life, hello, God will. God will. It will, and it'll blow your mind because you get to thinking, because you've been around so many bad people. When I say bad people, I'm talking about people who don't want to change, people who are just being evil, who hate on you, who wish bad on you, speak lies on your name, all of the things. And when you finally meet people and really experience something that you've never experienced, like I said, I've never experienced a sisterhood. Never. Never. And I've never experienced someone wanted to see me win as much as I want to see them win. So I will be humbly always grateful for this experience in itself. Okay? But the yoga was amazing. I had 8, y'all. I didn't want to get on the mess I did in the chair because, honey, I knew either my food was going to come up, or if I bent up, I probably passed gas, honey, and everybody would have got off their damn yoga mat. So I was like, no, I ain't about to get down there because my food's still digesting and I feel like I'm gassing. So, needless to say, I didn't get on that floor. It just took one setup, lift up, that was gonna be a wrap. I'm telling you, it would have cleared out that whole building. Seriously, gas be bad sometimes. Let's see, what are we talking about? We're talking about what I learned today. You have to go back and listen to it. But yeah, I'm just so grateful, y'all. I'm grateful of the meditation, along with the yoga. Just the breath work was amazing. I just felt so much peace. I felt so much just love in the room. It was just amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I love what my sister stands for. She's trying to help people who have been abused and people who have been trafficked. And her testimony was powerful, and how her telling how God had changed her life. So when I see things like that, I be, yes, God, another win, yes, Lord. I be just so happy and proud of people. I really do, because when you hear people's story and you hear how they talk about how they used to be, and you standing looking at them stand in front of you, and you see a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? From what they're telling you their testimony is. All you could think about in those moments is, look at God. Man, look at God. Look how God be working through people. Look how God can deliver anybody. Look how God can heal people's traumas. Look how God can help people take accountability. Look at God, how God can make people go into their traumas and heal that thing and stare at that thing and take their power back. Man, I mean, that's just beautiful within itself. To see who you become after the storm and after the destruction is over. And you look back at that storm, you see all that destruction, but you still standing there, put together, and you understand the destruction that happened, but now you not the destruction. You know what I'm saying? It was just a beautiful experience, and I'm so grateful, and I feel like things like that make me feel like just keep going, just keep showing up for yourself, just keep on showing up, being who you are, always being authentic, wanting to see people win, because there are people out there that's good. The whole world ain't bad, like I say all the time, but to just be in the presence of these people, and have like-minded people. You might not believe everything that in spirituality, because everybody got that thing that they believe in within spirituality itself, right? Some people don't say in Jesus' name. Some people, say whatever. Some people say universe. It's what you believe in, right? But at the same time, understanding the walk, the healing journey, the walk with the Most High God, because there's no way in the world you're going to show up in the world the way you used to show up in the world once God has changed your life. once God has delivered you, once God has put a mirror up to you, it's no way you're going to be showing up in the world, going around judging people and being a hater. It's no way. Because you're going to understand it. You're going to, everything going to become clear to you at that point. You're going to be like, damn, I was a whole hater out here for what? I was judging people for what? And my shit been stinking this whole damn time. And I'm out here judging people. You know. But to be accountable and realize that because God is showing up in your life, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because now you then went from pointing at else, talking about everybody else, judging everybody else, and now you saying, you know what the problem was? It was me. It was me. It was my mindset. It was my traumas. It was because I was unhealed. And when you unheal, your mind is unhealed. You think unhealed thoughts. You do unhealed things. Okay? I just wanted to share what I learned today. You know, so I say, you know what I'm going to do with intention. I'm going to be more mindful. Right? It's not saying I'm not going to stop cussing. Because I really do like cussing sometimes, y'all. That's just what it is. But I'm going to be more aware, one, of why I'm cussing. Two, if I'm cussing excessively. And if I'm cussing excessively, is it because I'm bitter about something? And what am I bitter about? Let's go into that thing, which I'm gonna do work on that. What is it that I'm bitter about? I know what I'm bitter about. I don't want to share it on this channel today, maybe another day. But I know what I'm bitter about. You know, in a big, small sense, the way the world is, people around me. And the projection, and people lying on me, and doing the things instead of focusing on themselves and healing themselves. To sum it all up, you know, when I'm out here, you know, working on myself, focusing on myself, doing God's work, being in my purpose, taking my power back, I gotta deal with people who don't want to do the thing, who want to be all of the things that's opposite of what I even stand for. And that's healing. Focusing on yourself. Being accountable. Showing up for yourself. Forgiving yourself. Wanting to see other people win. Not being a hater. Showing love. Recognizing what the issue is. Everything I stand for, I got people that be around me that don't stand for any of that. Did I miss my turn? Hold on, y'all, because I'm thinking I missed the turn. I'm up here talking, baby. I think I missed the turn. Hold on.
Please drive to highlighted route.
Okay. Again, y'all, just take that walk. Take that walk and show up for yourself. Man, like, they got some real beautiful people out here. Again, y'all, that's going to pour into you. That's going to love you. That's going to treat you right. That's going to want to see you win. That's not going to be a hater. And when you meet them, y'all, you're going to be so happy, amazed, proud that God even sent these people in y'all's life. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me make a U-turn, and I'm about to get up off the hill. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my day. Spending time with myself today. Getting me some rest, getting me some sleep. And just relax today. Alright? Alright, beautiful people. Y'all know what I'm about to say because I'm about to go. This is just love. Woo-woo. And don't forget to love yourself. Beautiful people. Bye. Beautiful people.